Hi, I'm David Herries. Thanks for watching this video where I'm going to walk you through how to tune your guitar using a standard tuner. Let's first talk about the different types of tuners. The first one we have here is a standalone tuner which has a microphone built in, so you'll need to be in a fairly quiet room if you're going to use one of these. The second one is a clip-on tuner which literally just clips onto the end of the guitar like this. It works off the vibrations, so if you're in a noisier room this might be a better option for you. You can also get free tuners on your smartphone and tablet. There are loads of free ones out there. The one I use is called Guitar Tuner, spelled T-U-N-A. I've no affiliation with it, I've just found it to be quite a good one. You can also get tuners built into amps and effects pedals as well, so there's plenty of options out there, you just got to find what is the best option for you. So now we need to think about our string names. So the first one we're going to start with is string 6, which is our bottom E string, and this is the one closest to your face. And it should sound like this. Then we're going to go on to the 5th string, which is A. Then on to the 4th string, which is D. Then the 3rd string, which is G. Then the 2nd string, which is B. And then finally, the 1st string, or our top E string, this should be the one closest to the floor. It should sound like this. Okay, so before we start turning pegs, we need to know which peg belongs to which string. So we're going to start with the bottom E string, and the easiest way to do this is just simply to follow the string down until you find it attaches to one of the pegs. So for the 6th string in this case, it's the one closest to us. When we go to the A string, the 5th string, again we just follow it down, and that's going to take us to this center one here. And then the 4th string, same kind of principle, follow it down. We'll get to this peg here, this is the furthest one away on the top of the guitar here. And you can do the same process for all of them. Your 6th string, as I mentioned, is this one closest to you. They just follow it around in a sort of upside down U shape or an N shape if you like. If you have an electric guitar, you might have all the pegs on the top side of the headstock. The bottom E string, the 6th string will be the one closest to you, and the top E string will be the one furthest away, and they just work sequentially up to that. So now we're going to tune our bottom E string. This is the string that's closest to your face. It should sound like this. As you can see, when it's in tune, the tuner will say it's the note E, the line goes down the middle, the light goes green. If we're a little bit flat, you can still see that the tuner says it's the note E, but the line's gone to the left-hand side, and this time it means it's a bit flat, so we're going to tighten the string until the line goes back to the middle, the light goes green, so we're back in tune. If the line is to the right-hand side, then we're a bit too high, we're a bit sharp, so we've got to loosen that string off. And again, we're just trying to get that line back down to the center. The light goes green and we know we're in tune. If, when you go to play the note, you play your 6th string and in the top right-hand corner on our microphone tuner, if that's saying something other than E, in this case it's saying E flat, so you want to watch out for the sharps and the flats that appear on the tuners. We know we're not actually targeting the right note, so we need to get back to the right note so that we end up in tune. So in this case, we just start tightening the string a little bit. The note changes to E in the top right-hand corner of our microphone tuner. The line's edging back to the center, sorry, and we're there. The light goes green, so we know we're in tune. So now we're going to tune our 5th string. This is the A, and it should sound like this. So as you can see on our microphone tuner, it says in the top right hand corner the note A, the line's gone down the middle, the light's gone green, we know we're in tune. I should also mention at this point that sometimes the tuner will, especially a microphone tuner, it will just bring up some notes unexpectedly, and this can happen. This is happening predominantly because I'm talking, but if you're in a room which is a little bit on the noisy side, you might find you start picking up other notes, which can sort of throw you off a little bit. So that's just something to be aware of. Now, if you play the note, and in this case, I've dropped the tuning down a little bit, it's saying G sharp, so we know that G sharp is not our target note is A, so it's a little bit low, so we've got to bring that back up. So I brought it up a little bit. We're now back onto the note A, as you can see in the top right hand corner. It's still a little bit flat, which you can see because the line isn't in the centre, it's a bit to the left, and the flat red light is showing. So we'll continue just to tighten that a little bit until the line goes to the middle, the light goes green. It's saying the note A, we know we're in tune. If I just tighten it a little bit, we're now a bit sharp. So we're going to drop that back a little bit. And again, we're just looking for that line to go down the centre and the light to go green. And then we know we're good to go. So that A is now in tune. So now we're going to tune our fourth string. This is D. This is what it should sound like. You can see we've got D written in the top right hand corner of our microphone tuner. The line's gone down the centre, the light is green, so we know we're in tune. Exactly the same as before. If it comes up a little bit to the left and the flat light is indicated, then we know we're a bit low, so we just have to tighten that up a little bit until we get back to the centre. If it's a bit sharp, the sharp light comes on, which is the red light on the right hand side of the tuner. So we just have to drop that back a little bit until we get to the centre again. The light goes green and we know we're in tune, and we can move on to our next string. So now we're going to move on to G. This is what it should sound like. G is our third string. You can see on the microphone tuner it says G in the top right hand corner. Notice it is changing a little bit, that's just my voice, so you just have to ignore that. We are at the correct pitch. You can see the line's gone down the middle, the light's green, we know we're in tune. Again, if we were to just drop that a little bit, we can see the line's gone to the left, it's a bit flat, so we have to bring it back up. If you played the note, again just as an example, and it was a completely different note, in this case it's saying it's F sharp, we know that's not our target note, so we're going to have to bring that back up. So you see it's F sharp still, and now it's just switched on to a low G, so it's still a bit flat, but we just bring that up a little bit more until it's down the middle and the light's gone green. If we're a bit sharp, or if we overshoot on our tuning, you know, sometimes that can happen, you're a bit flat, you give it a good old turn and you go past the note you're after. So we're sharp, so we drop that back a bit until the light goes green and the line is down the centre, so something like that. So G's now in tune, so let's move on to the next one. Now we're going to move on to the B string. This is what it should sound like. You can see on our microphone tuner it says B, the line goes down the middle and the light goes green. Again, if you happen to see the note change to something other than that, it's just picking up the sound of my voice. But take it from me, that's in tune, that's all good. Again, as before, if it's a little bit to the left, it's a bit flat, so we tighten it back up until we get to the B. If it's a little bit to the right, it's a bit sharp, like that, so we're just going to drop it back down until we get back to the centre, the light goes green, we know we're in tune. Something else just to be cautious of is if you are really far out, you can see this is saying it's a B flat on our microphone tuner. So when we're turning the pegs to tighten it up, just keep doing small adjustments until you get back to the B. You see now the light's pretty much, or the light's green, the line's gone down the middle, so we're good. It's rare that you're going to have to make really big movements on the tuning peg. The only time you're likely to have to do that is if you've restrung the guitar, or if you've got a new guitar with new strings on it and they're not used to holding their tension, then they can drop quite far out to what you want them to be, so you can end up having to make big adjustments. But really, once your guitar is used to being in tune, you should only really have to make small adjustments to the pegs. So we're going to go to our final string now, which is the top E, and this is what it should sound like. You can see on our microphone tuner, it says E, the line's down the middle, the light's green, we know we're good. If it comes up a bit to the left, we're a bit flat. So we tighten the string till we get back to the center and the light even going green. If we're a little bit sharp, then the line goes to the right hand side. We know we're a bit sharp, so we just drop that back a little bit until the line goes down the middle, the light goes green, and we know we're in tune. And that's it. Our guitar should now be in tune. So we've tuned all our strings. I would recommend that you play a couple of guitar chords just to have a listen. Does it sound easy on the ear? If so, then you can be really confident you've got all the strings right. If something sounds a little bit off, then it may be that one of the strings wasn't quite as in tune as we thought it was, so you just go back and double check it. If you don't know any chords, obviously you can't do that, you just have to trust the tuner. But once you've been playing for a little while, it's always a good idea to just strum a few chords and really just listen. So we've been through all the strings, we've checked they're in tune, so we should now be good to go. If you found this difficult, it might be worth asking a friend or family member or anyone you know that plays guitar. People are usually willing to share their knowledge, so if you did find it tricky, it is worth getting that double checked. It does become a lot more straightforward once you've tuned a guitar a few times. So best of luck with it, and I look forward to seeing you on a live stream lesson sometime soon.